What up, everyone? Today we have a very quick video. Gonna be doing kind of just like a little update video because, well, I had a video idea, but I haven't been feeling up to it for reasons that I'll get into in a moment. But so instead of making that video, I'm gonna push it to next week. And today we're gonna talk about feeling stuck. The idea of feeling stuck in an emotional cycle and functional freezing for no reason whatsoever. I'm also going to try and do this video in one take with no edits or cuts because this video has to go up tomorrow and I already shot it and I didn't even not like it. I just knew that I didn't explain myself well. I knew it didn't come out right. I didn't even really watch the footage back. I just figured I'm just going to re-record it and just not edit the video and just hope it goes well. But yeah, this video has to go up tomorrow though. So LOL, here we are, taking one last attempt at this new video idea, which is about, being the feeling of being stuck in an negative emotional cycle and functional freezing. That's kind of how I've been feeling recently. I've been in a rut, forever, but specifically, and I wrote all this down, so I apologize if I'm looking at my notes, but I want to get it done in one take, and I want to get it done in a reasonable amount of time for y'all, so you can continue about your day and or leave your experience with these thoughts from your life in the comments down below. But anyways, I've been in a rut for the last few months for several factors. And like I said, I've kind of been in a rut. I'm kind of always in a rut. We're still growing. We're still evolving to become the best version of ourselves. That takes time. Sometimes, it takes decades. But specifically recently, there's been several factors that I've been feeling like I'm in a rut. Factors like working at a job that I hate, a lack of direction, lack of passion for what I do, confusion about my career, feeling like I don't have a lot of value in my life, not sure if I'll gain value in the future for several reasons, like not wanting kids. I know a lot of people find value in their life from having kids. And specifically, like within the last few weeks, my roommate Cameron moved out, which has sucked. And we had to part ways because Ashley and my girlfriend Ashley, will be living together. And that's though Cameron, my roommate, moved out like about 2 weeks ago now, and Ashley won't be moving in for about a couple weeks from now. So I've been kind of just going to work, coming home, just spending a lot of time alone. I also don't work like physically with anyone at my job either. So rarely I talk to anyone any day, and that's just a recipe for festering, isn't it? Mental festering. So yeah, that's got me accentuated. Got me accentuated. That's accentuated feelings of being in a rut recently. And yeah, and I'm sorry, I'm just reading my notes, but it says I was going to go into the explanation. Oh yeah, in my last video, I kind of just stumbled my way through trying to explain my feelings, but it's really complicated, like when you're not a therapist, to know what your feelings are and what they mean and whatever. But really, I was thinking about making this video today while on the John, and I just was getting mad because like I'm just sick of feeling this way. I'm sick of feeling like I'm in a rut all the time. Sick of going through this cycle of having aspirations to improve things in my life, only for that to not happen and for me to just find myself right back where I started. And that's kind of why, in part, why I feel like I'm stuck in like a cycle, in a negative feedback loop. And that's it's really hard to articulate it, and it's the the last video I shot, the one I was going to edit tonight. I basically just rambled for 50 minutes, and again, I didn't even watch the footage back. I just knew that I didn't ever really get to the point that I wanted to be making. But basically, for all the reasons that I just stated before, my path forward in life has just seemed unattainable or unclear, and it's it like I call it like a negative emotional feedback group loop, because I like it seems like the like one aspect of my life is negatively one aspect, like, yeah, like one part of my life is negatively impacting another one, but then that is what's impacting the original thing in my life. I won't get into it, but a lot of it has to do with like my job and my career and my lack of purpose in life. And you might say, oh well, clearly you need a therapist, you need someone beyond you to help you articulate your thoughts. Well, I tried that. I tried to get one, but at my job, I have crappy insurance, and I couldn't find a therapist that would take my insurance. So that's like another thing. It's like, oh, I want to get another job, but my head's in the gutter, so I should get a therapist, but I can't get a therapist because I need a new job. That's a good example of this loop cycle. But yeah, and the cycle continuing, and I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm sick of being fucking sad. And I also like have like bouts of sadness about growing up. Like, this is a weird time in life because I am young and old at the same damn time, and I have aspirations to do things that young people do, but I'm getting older, and that just sucks. And I feel like I'm wasting my youth away, the what I have left of it, just feeling like shit, and I'm so fucking done with it. And I feel like I'm getting to a point where the only way to hop off this cycle, this spinning loop, is to do something a little bit more bolder with my life. Like, I need to find a way to hop off this carousel. Maybe that's a good. We're working on this metaphor still. I need to jump off, and that could look like quitting my job without finding another one. I feel like the smart thing to do is to keep your job until you find another job. But what if your job is ruining and tanking your mental health, and your bad mental health isn't allowing you to be able to find another job? But even if you could find another job, your bad mental health and just like whatever experience that I've had, it has also caused me to question if I even want to be doing the work that I'm doing anymore. But then I'm like, well, I've never done any other type of work, and I want to do this type of work still, but mentally, am I even capable of doing that? It's all feeding back into itself. But if I just quit my job, maybe I'd be forced to put some shit together here, or maybe maybe I could be a little bit more methodical, maybe a little bit more planned, and I could transition into contract work with my current job, because 99% of the work I do in person there could be done within 3 or 4 days a month. And I don't only do 3 or 4 days of work every month, but the work that I do actually physically at that office could be done in like 72 hours time, probably. And the rest could be done just right here at my computer, because it involves video editing and thumbnail creation and uploading and scheduling things and script writing. But I still have to go to this fuck ass prison every day for 8.5 hours and just sit alone in that pile of shit and fester and fester more and more. So yeah, so maybe I could go contract. I feel like that, even though I'd still be working with the same people. At this point, it's not even like the work itself. It's just being there and what that represents. And maybe I can supplement the rest of my income with other projects, which I already have some in mind. But it could also, like I kind of said before, like it could also be a good opportunity to kind of like kick myself in the butt and like force myself to adapt and figure some shit out, because when I'm already festering in my crap, my crap. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but like I already have a job, so it's like easy to not push myself to do something else, especially when that job is tanking my mental health, but it's also like keeping me stable at the same time. It's weird shit, but maybe that sometimes you just need like a wah, a wah, to get you off your hiney and get moving. Like I said before, the next thing I have written down is I don't know about all that, but I know something needs to change. Luckily, Ashley and I will be moving in together, like I mentioned before, in a couple of weeks, and I think that will help a lot. I think it will be good to be around someone, a human, especially one who loves me and cares about me. I think that will just probably be a positive thing to add into my life. But it will also just inherently be a switch up. It will be something different. And I think I need different in my life right now. That's kind of what I'm talking about. I need to change. I need to mix things up. I need to move on. And literally changing something in my life, something to this extent too. I've never lived with someone that I've been romantically involved with before, and I'm really excited. And I think that's going to be just the inherent fact that it is change. I think could kind of push me in the right direction. I'll also have more time on my weekends. Ashley and I are currently a long distance relationship. Not long distance, medium distance relationship. She lives an hour away from me. And so we tend to spend all of our time together on the weekends, which means my weekends are not taken up by Ashley because I want to be spending my time with her. I love spending my time with her. I wouldn't trade anything, and I wouldn't change anything, like change the history. Sometimes that's what you got to do, but we're keeping it real on the live podcast here. I wouldn't change anything of the past. But I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to have a little bit more free time on the weekends to spend it with Ashley, but also my friends and my family and hobbies. And I feel like connecting with the people in my life and like the things that I enjoy doing will ground me a little bit and give me a foundation to build off of, you know? So, wow, this is actually this is going a little bit better than I expected. It's a little bit chaotic, and I'm not a great communicator, which is why I started a YouTube channel with a microphone. But we're just about to hit 15 minutes here, at least on my recording. I'll chop before I started speaking, I there's like a blank spots. I'll chop that off. So hopefully this video will be just around 15 minutes, which I feel like is the amount of time that I'm trying to get my videos to. A good like solid 15 minutes, but I can't seem to get them under 20. It's, I guess, a good thing in that I have a lot to say, but I think a lot of it ends up being rambling. But anyways, that's it though. That's where I'm at in the old noggin. But as always, I'm trying to improve, and I think things coming down the pipeline later this month will help with that a lot. But yeah, so in the meantime, though, in the short term, I'm gonna spend a nice weekend with Ashley this week. Hopefully, I'll get a good recharge in. I'm gonna come back swinging next week with a fleshed out video idea. The video that I was gonna make today, but or not today. I tried to shoot these on Monday, and well, it's Tuesday. Now it's not even Tuesday; it's Wednesday, and this video is going up tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you like keeping it real, and if you want to see some real content in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.